Hello, my name is Sky and I'm the manager of Sonora Desert Designs. If you purchased our spreadsheet, thank you very much for your purchase and we appreciate your business. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel as I will continue to design additional spreadsheets that you can use for your family or business. So the purpose of this video is a brief tutorial on how to use the simple budget spreadsheet. This video will show you the major features of the spreadsheet and provide a brief tutorial to begin budgeting and keep track of your income and expenses. In this video, it's in Excel. However, when you purchase a spreadsheet package, you will receive links to both Excel and Google Sheets, and then you can decide which software you want to use. There's only one slight difference between the two spreadsheets. So one of the first things I want to talk about is the definitions that we have here on a spreadsheet. We have bills, and bills is really a reoccurring expense, such as electricity, water, natural gas, something that if you don't pay the bill, then they're going to turn off the service. Expenses is probably going to be your biggest category. It's groceries, gasoline, car maintenance, restaurants, etc. And these are going to vary on a month-to-month basis. And then if we move down on a spreadsheet, then we have some other categories such as income. It's pretty self-explanatory how much money you make. And then we have savings, debts, and subscriptions. So savings would be your emergency funds, your 401k. Debts would be the debt you pay every month, such as a mortgage, car loan, student loan. And then subscriptions, Netflix, gym memberships, and so on. So then if we go to the top of the the top of the spreadsheet, we have a dashboard that has your income, expenses and bills, debts, and savings. And then we have some graphs here. Left to spend is how much you have left to spend in your budget. It's basically the sum of all these numbers here. So we have 3,059. We got 3,059 right here. Then we have actual versus budget bar graph, and then we have a pie graph of your spending overview. And then we have one more graph at the bottom here. Let me scroll down. It's called where does my money go? And so this takes the top 10 categories and it has a bar graph that shows you the percents of what you spent your money on. And then if we go down to this table, it shows the top 20 subcategories, but it only graphs 10. So to get started, it's really simple to use this. I have some different tabs down here. I have the example, I have the blank form, I have instructions, and I have a bonus section. So one of the things you could do here is you have January, you can change the month, you could change this to March, you could change the dates. We have a starting amount. So if I go here and change this from 500 to 1,000, this left to spend increases because my money down here, amount left, increases. When you look at this spreadsheet, when we enter some information, we have all the white sections and then a gray section. So the white sections are going to be the information that you enter. The gray sections are going to be the calculations, and then there are some locked cells. So please do not enter information into these cells because they are calculations, as you can see. So we'll get started here. So one of the things we may want to put in is garbage service. We could put a date here, the 25th. I do have these checks so you can check off if you paid that. So we're going to put a budget amount. We're going to put $150. And you can see the actual has not been entered in yet because I haven't filled it into the transaction part of the spreadsheet, which I'm going to show you here pretty soon. If I come over to expenses, let's say I have a child and they want to do music lessons. And so when it comes to the budget, that would be, let's just say $300 a month. So now that I have that, I'm going to come to the transaction area. And the way this works is you have to enter a transaction with the drop-down menus in order for it to show up. So I'll show you what I mean. So we'll put it's on the 31st. I have to pay $150 for my garbage. Services, I'm going to come here to bills. That's a drop down. And then I'm going to come to the second drop down and I'm going to see garbage down here. Now, one important thing to note is with the transaction data, you have to enter the subcategory in the top section in order for it to show up in a drop down. So we'll do my music lesson. We'll put in a date. Again, this currency is automatically populates. You can change your currency if you want to, from dollars to euros to anything you want. And now we're going to put in the music lesson. Let's say it's $350. That's going to be an expense. And I'm going to go to music lessons. So now that I did that, a couple things have happened on the spreadsheet. The first thing, if you notice, let me scroll up here, garbage, it was $150 for budget. Now my actual is $150 because I entered it in the transaction data. The same with music lessons. I budgeted $300, it was actually $350, so there's a difference here of $50. And then the other thing that happened is the graphs got updated. So before there was not music lessons in this graph, now it's right here at 4%. So if I scroll further down, you can see that this has been updated for music lessons, the $350, and that's 4% of my total bills. So that's basically a summary of how you use this spreadsheet. The other thing I'm going to show you is how to use the bonus. So if I click here on the bonus, this is a savings goal tracker. So I have some information here. I have the house down payment. I have a car down payment. I put in my amounts here of 20,000 to 30,000. I put my monthly goal. I put what my start date is, and then this is the transactions here that I want to enter. And then it sums all this information up as far as what you started with, what you added, and then it gives you these nice graphs here that show you how far you are to your goal. So you're 18% to your house down payments. So if I do another transaction, we're going to do February 15th. I'm going to have a drop down here. I'm going to do house down payments. I'm going to put in another 500. And once I do that, the $500 has been added and this is increased. So if I want to have another type of savings goal, I can place it here and then it'll update all the information here. So that's basically a summary of the simple budget spreadsheet. Thank you very much for taking the time to view this, and thank you for your purchase.